Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namah. Chaitanyam Sarvagam Sarvam Sarvabhuta Guhashayam Yat Sarva Vishayatitam Tasmai Sarva Vide Namaha. Pratisiddhedimam shognyah khamiva ekaraso dvayah nityamuktaha sada shuddha soham brahmasmi kevalah. Atmana vivikta swarupam. How Atma is distinct from the antahkarana, which acts like a mirror where the self as though gets reflected, and looking at one's reflection one judges oneself as limited by the limitations of antahkaranam. But antahkaranam and their awe and reflection also are drishya, sakshya, and drashta, sakshi, atma has no connection with them. Sambandha abhavam, there is no sambandha at all that drashta has with drishyam. Pratisiddha idam amshaha jñaha. Jñaha, the knower from whom idam amsha is pratisiddha is negated as an atma, it's non-self. And so antahkaranam and the reflection, all of this is idam amshaha. So usually one identifies with them and judges oneself, then khamiva ekarasaha advaya, I see myself like space, homogeneous, non-dual. Because the pots and pans do not divide the space and the upadhis do not divide the self, nityamukta, never bound, ever free, sada shuddha, ever pure, soham brahmasmi kevalaha, that Brahma kevalam, or non-dual Brahman I am. Vijñāto nirvijñāta paronyas sambhavatyadaha. Vijñātuhu vijñātaha naiva sambhavati. So, the self that is vijñāta, vijñātu swarupaha, self. Anya vijñāta naiva sambhavati. There cannot be a vijñāta, that is number one, that vijñāta is not different The Vijnata that I am is a Vijnata, that you are is Vijnata, that is Sarvatma, Sarvabhuta Guhashaya. And Vijnata Naiva Sambhavati. The knower of the knower, or knower of the knowing is not possible. Because it is the very swarupa of the knower, and therefore where the knower-known distinction does not remain, therefore the knower of the self in the conventional sense cannot be. Not the self is not known, it is always known, but never known with the usual divided of the knower-known. Atah Vijnataham Paro Muktaha. Therefore, I am Paro Vijnata, and most exalted knower without the limitation of being a knower. Muktharva Bhuteshu Sarvada. I am the knower, meaning the conscious principle, the witness, the illuminator, the self-shining consciousness I am, who is a knower in all the beings. Thapi Brahmavid Ahamit Asmiti Abhimanat Syat Savisheshatvam. Still, that I am Brahmavid, I am the knower of Brahman. So that remains even for a wise person also, that I am the knower of Brahman, that Brahmavid Aham. So Brahmavitvam, the state of being the knower, or the qualification of being knower of Brahman still remains in the knower of Brahman. Yo Veda Lupta Drishtitvam Atma Akartratam Tasa Brahmavitvam Tatha Muktva Sa Atmajnona Chetaraha. Yo Veda, who knows Alupta Atmanaha Alupta Drishtitvam. So how does the Brahmavid, knower of Brahman, know the self? Alupta Drishtihi Aham. I am that very self-shining consciousness which never suffers a cessation, which is always shining. And therefore, to shine is the nature of whom? Alupta Drishtitvam. That Drishti remains alupta, does not cease only when Drishti is a nature. Drishti or Drishihi or consciousness is in a secondary sense called a drashta, because all darshanam takes place because of consciousness. The primary drashtutvam is in the sense organs of the mind. The primary knowingness, the jnatrutvam, is in the buddhi. But then buddhi can become the knower only when buddhi is enlivened, because by nature buddhi is achetanam or unconscious. In that sense, it is said that the self that enlivens the buddhi is the ultimate knower. So buddhi is knower in the primary sense, but the self is knower in the secondary sense. It is called also knower. But then, what kind of knower? Alupta Drishtihi. I am ever a knower. When you call it ever a knower, whose knowing never suffers a cessation, then the knowerness cannot be there, because the knower comes and goes. The knowing is my nature. Akartrutvam tasa abhoktrutvam apramatrutvam. Akarta, abhokta, apramata. That kartrutva, bhoktrutva, pramatrutva is all in the buddhi. You Veda. So one knows oneself as akarta, abhokta, apramata. Brahmavitvam tatha muktva, and therefore even the notion of being a Brahmavit also is given up. Sa-atmajna, meaning that in the knower of the self, even this abhimana, or the notion about oneself that I am Brahmavid, meaning that I am knower of Brahma. Brahmavid means that I am a knower of Brahma. That knowerness also does not remain. The one in whom the knowerness does not remain is the knower in the true sense. Sa Atmajna. Now continuing with the 14th verse, Nanu Brahmatma Jnanasya Atmani Vidyamanatvat. Even if the wise person does not have this notion that I am a knower, still the Brahmajnanam or the knowledge of Brahman, self-knowledge, still remains in him. In that sense, he is different from others. Atmani Vidyamanatvat. In this wise person, the Brahmatma Jnanam, that I am Brahmatma, that knowledge remains. Even if the knower does not remain, that knowledge remains. What is the distinction between an ignorant person and a wise person? In the ignorant person, that knowledge is not there. The wise person knows I am Brahman. So that knowing of Brahman, that remains. Therefore, that much distinction is there. Katham Brahmavitva Abhimanatyaga. How do you say that even that I know Brahman, that Abhimanam, that notion also does not remain out of oneself? Because Brahmajnanam is there, self-knowledge is there in him. So he is that way, enjoys the distinction that he, his self knows the self. Ataha natyantam nirvishesha. That kind of vishesha remains. Even though he does not look upon himself as a knower, still the knowledge of Brahman is very much there. Then only is an enlightened person, awakened person, isn't it? What's the difference between a person who is awake and person who is sleeping? The person who is awake is aware that I am awake. So that awareness that I am awake remains in him. That awareness that I know Brahman or I am Brahman, not I know Brahman, but I am Brahman. That awareness should remain, is it not so? Which an ignorant person is not there. Therefore, that I am Brahman, that little distinction still remains, Vishesha remains. Therefore, Natyantam Nirvishesha Atma. The self is not absolutely Nirvishesha or attributeless. And so the 14th verse says, let us read that. Jnataiva ham vigneya Shuddho muktasadetyapi Viveki pratyayo buddhehe Dushyatvan nashvanyatah. Jnata eva ham. I am only knower. Avigneya means na jneya. Jnata aham na jneya. So Tika says Jnata eva ham na ityadi means word Jnata eva ham na vigneya na jneya. I am knower. What kind of knower? Who is not known. Your Viveki Pratyaya, that the Viveki is the adjective of Pratyaya. Viveki is not the adjective of the wise person, Viveki Pratyaya. Viveki means Vivekavan, Vivekaha Asyasti, the Vivekavan, possessing of Viveka. Vivikta Atma Istheti Yavada Pratyaya. This Pratyaya or this cognition, Vivikta Atmanishta. That cognition is centered upon the Atma, that is Vivikta, or that is separated, distinct from the Anatma. So that Pratyaya, the cognition that is centered upon the Atma, who is just Vijñāta, not Vijñēya. pratyaya buddhe bodha vritti rupa. That viveki pratyaya, that pratyaya, the cognition, that is viveki, that is centered upon the Atma, that is devoid of anatmatvam. Vivikta Atmaninishta. Vivikta means separated. So Atma that is separated from Anatma or Jnaya, that pratyaya, the cognition centered upon the true nature of the self. So yes, there is a vritti. So when the knowledge takes place, there is an awareness that I am the knower of Brahman, that I am awakened. Buddhe bodhedho vritti rupaha. So this is called vritti, jnana vritti. Buddhehe bodhedha. Buddhehe vritti rupaha, of the nature of the vritti or the thought of the buddhi. Bodhedha, which is enlivened by bodha. Bodha means, so after all the buddhi or the intellect also knows only when the intellect is enlivened or illumined by, or it becomes illumined, becomes shining because of the consciousness. So that is how a vritti reveals its object. A vritti by itself is achetana. But when enlivened by consciousness, that buddhi also illumines its own particular object. That's why bodhedha, vritti rupaha, pratyaya. Pratyaya means cognition. Sa drishyatva, that also is drishya. That I am awakened. That vritti or the state of mind that reveals that I am a wise person also is vritti rupa, and therefore that also is drishya. Sakshi bhasyatvat, nas, that is also drishya. Sakshi bhasya, illumined by the sakshi, illumined by the consciousness. And yet drishyam tat anityam. What is drishyam? Drishyam is that which is illumined, objectified. It must be only incidental, coming and going. Because what is drishya is that illumined by the drashta. So when it is illumined, then it is there, otherwise not there. So all drishya is always coming and going, agamapai, and therefore anitya. Even this awareness in the awakened person that I am awakened, even that also is nashvan. Because that was not there sometime when ignorant, it is there now, therefore there is also drishya, also therefore nashavan. Nashyati eva, that also has to ultimately die or get destroyed. Yatah tasmat tasmat nasti brahmavedah ahimaleshasya avakasha. So even that vritti which reveals that I am Brahman also ultimately ceases to be there. Just as when I wake up from the dream, from a nightmare, then for a while the effect of the nightmare remains and I remind myself I am awake, I am awake, I am awake. And then when by this awareness that I am awake, the effect of the sleep completely is eliminated, then even this recognition that I am awake also goes away because I become abiding in the wakefulness. Wakefulness is my nature. I was formerly abiding in sleep and therefore there was need to recognize that I am awake and to retain that thought that I am awake to eliminate the effect of the sleep or the dream. Then I don't have to keep on remembering I am awake because that is my swarupa. So that vritti that I am awake, which was there for a while when I woke up from a nightmare, is also drishya, and then nashavan, and therefore that also will go. So Tikakara gives us a familiar example. Yatha kataka bijam rajah kalushate jale prakshiptam. So the verse from the Atmavoda, Agnyana kalusham jivam jnana abhyasad vinirmilam krutva. So jalam vinirmilam jnanam swayam nashed jalam katakarayanvat. That jnanam aham brahmasmi. That removes all the impurities in the sense of dehoham. So far my notion about myself was dehoham, I am the body. And that is quite deeply rooted, and therefore it has to be completely eliminated, that impurity in the Atma. And that is eliminated by this thou, the knowledge, aham brahmasmi, aham brahma. Therefore, that nididhyasanam or abhyasa of this vritti is required for removing the dehatma buddhi. It is not prasankhyanam. Abhyasa in order to firm up or get clarity of knowledge. That repetition is called nididhyasanam to remove, eliminate the dehatma buddhi. Once dehatma buddhi is gone, then I remain Brahman, and therefore no need for this vritti that aham brahmasmi. So that also goes away. Kathakaran in what? So you add this alum in the water which is impure, the alum coagulates with all the dust and then settles down. Yatha kathaka bijam rajah kalushate jale prakshitam. So just as the alum, cleaning powder or cleaning nut, rajah kalushate jale prakshiptam, when you add into the water which is become dirty or turbid because of the dust or dirt, jalagata sakala rajo vilapayat, why? It eliminates or coagulates, removes all the dust or dirt which was in water. So viliyamanam, and that also settles down. So that kathakarano, the alum powder also after doing its job of coagulating, collecting all that also settles down. So water becomes not only free from the dirt but free from alum also, understand, otherwise the alum will remain there. That doesn't. Salilam anavilam karodi. Avilam means dirt, anavilam free from dirt. Tatha Yathokta vivek buddhi vritti api. So also buddhi vritti aham brahmasmi. That I am vijñāta, not vijñaya. That buddhi vritti api. Pare pratyagatmani samsiddha. Tadgata sakala vishesham unmulayanti. So that is about the pratyagatma. That I am pratyagatma, vijñāta, na vijñeya, nirvisheshoham, shuddhoham, muktoham. But then the ashuddhi remains, tad gata, pratyagatma gata. This vritti that abides in pratyagatma, therefore whatever impurity is in pratyagatma, the innermost self, the dehata buddhi, the habitual error, tadgata sakala vishesham unmulayanti, or the dehata buddhi is completely, because it is product of ignorance, therefore it will completely go. The dehat buddhi will be eliminated completely because it is not the nature of self. It is a habitual error because of the ignorance of the true nature of the self. So it can go completely. The sakala vishesham unmulayanti. Therefore, unmulayanti, uprooting, eliminating all the visheshas, all the impurity of dehata buddhi, the habitual error, then it is nothing to do now. Samapi unmulita. Since there is no need now for the vritti aham brahmasmi to be there, because the purpose of it was to remove dehata buddhi when it is gone, pratyagatmanam nirasta samasta vishesham anavilam apadayati bhavaha. It makes Pratyatma completely free from all the impurity of the Dehata Buddhi. Nirasta Samasta Vishesham. The Pratyatma, the indwelling self, from which all the Visheshas are completely gone because they were unnatural. That I am the body, the Dehata Buddhi, not being the nature of the Atma. It was unnatural and adhyasta and was there only because of ignorance, and knowledge removes ignorance, therefore the product of ignorance also will be completely removed, because light completely removes the darkness or doesn't leave any trace. So without leaving the trace of Dehata Buddhi, this cognition Aham Brahmasmi also ultimately subsides. Living na Brahmavit, Brahmayeva na Brahmavit, he is Brahman, not a knower of Brahman. Meaning that kind of Vishesha also, Sukshma Vishesha, or that very subtle also distinction or distinctive aspect does not remain. Alright, so that Vritti Aham Brahmasmi is Nashavan. Atma Chaitanya Pratibhasa bhi Nashavan. Atma Prakashatvat. That Atma Chaitanya Pratibhasa, the knowledge of that Atma Chaitanya. And the Atma Chaitanya also is Nashavan. Atma Prakashatvat. Because it is Atma Prakasha, and therefore that Prakasha also is Nashavan. This is the proposal here. Prakriti Buddhi Pratyavat. So the Buddhi Pratyaya Aham Brahmasmi, which was centered upon the innermost self, is Nashavan. What happened is, until then I did not have the knowledge that I am Brahman, or that I am Atma Chaitanya. When the vritti arises, then also the knowledge, as though the Atma Chaitanya also arises. The vritti removes the veil of ignorance and reveals the nature of self, therefore Atma also is revealed because of the buddhi. And therefore Atma was not revealed until then, now it is revealed, and therefore what is revealed also is Nashavan. That buddhi is also Nashavan, Aham Brahmasmi, then Atma Chaitanya, that was revealed because of that vritti also will go away. So, because of the vritti only the Atma Chaitanya is there, or Atma Chaitanya is revealed because of vritti. When the vritti also ceases to be there, will it not be there? Atma Chaitanya also will cease to be there? Because as the vritti was born, therefore the revealing of Atma Chaitanya also was born, and what is born will also subside. So Atma Chaitanya also is Nashavan. That's a proposal here. Mayavam. So what is Janyam and what is Swabhavikam? To distinguish here. That Atma Vritti or the Jnana Vritti is Janya. That Jnana Vritti reveals the true nature of the self. Is the true nature also Janyam? No. It looks like it has arisen. Looks like now that I am Brahman, therefore that I am Brahman is now evident to me, and so it was not evident but not non-existent. So something that is existent but not evident is one thing, and something that is non-existent and comes into existence is another thing. Something is born, was not there and born, is definitely mortal. It will die. But then what was there but unmanifest will not go away. So when the clouds are covering the sun, and the sun also is not there, when the cloud goes away, the sun becomes evident. Oh, sun was not there and sun has come into being? No. The existent sun only has come into manifestation. So Atma Chaitanya gets manifest, not gets created. That vritti, the jnana vritti, brings to manifestation or to awareness, my true nature. Not that true nature is always where I become aware of my true nature because of that vritti or cognition, jnana vritti. That jnana vritti comes and goes as we discussed earlier. But then Atma Chaitanya, which was revealed because of vritti, will it also not come and go? That will not come and go because vritti comes, vritti was not there, vritti came into being, therefore it will also cease. Atma Chaitanya did not come into being, Atma Chaitanya was always there, just became manifest, evident. Huh? Huh. So therefore, there is no janyatvam. The point is, janyatvam means being created is the nature of vritti, being manifest is the nature of Atma. And so, it may look like it was not there and now has come into being, but no, it was unmanifest, has become manifest. So therefore, buddhi pratyavat. Both look like were not there and came into being, buddhi pratyaya or the Atma, jnana vritti was not there, came into being. Is it that the consciousness that I am also came into being, that awareness? Says no. My karaka adhina atmalabhatvasya upaditvaadhi. So karaka adhina atmalabhatvam. Atmalabhatvam, gaining the state of being oneself, meaning being created. Karaka adhina atmalabhatvam, coming into existence. So buddhi vritti comes into existence when the various karakas are there to create it. The karta must be there, the knower must be there, the mind must be there, the knowledge must be there. So various karakas, the karta, karma, karanam, it is these three karakas must be there. So jnanam is the karanam and the karta, the knower is there, and therefore this vritti comes into being. So jnana vritti is the result of what we call karaka, means various factors that went into functioning for creating the vritti. It is created. Like a pot is created. Because karaka adhina, pot gain its being or existence on account of the pot maker and the making of the pot. So karta is there, karma is there, karanam is there, the potter's wheel, karanam is there, karma is also there, kriya is there, the karta is there, potter. Then the pot comes into being. So that is called karaka adhina atmalabhatvam. Anything that comes into being as a result of the operation of karaka, the various accessories. So this is the nature of anything that comes into being. That its being is the result of, is dependent upon the karaka, the various accessories. But what becomes manifest, that has not resulted, not is because of, is not created because of various karakas, which always existed. He said, it is vidyamanam becomes what was present becomes evident. So what was there becomes evident. So therefore, as far as Atma Chaitanya is concerned, this coming into being because of karaka does not apply, which applies to buddhi vritti pratyavat. So buddhi vritti pratyaya is there, cognition, came into being because of the operation of the knowledge, the knower and the knowing. But then Atma Chaitanya, Atma Prakasha does not. So Atma Chaitanya Pratibhasa, the awareness of the Atma Chaitanya that is not created. So the next verse is 15th verse. अलुप्तात्वात्मनो दृष्टिः नोत्पाद्याकारकैर्यतः दृश्यया चान्यया दृष्ट्या जन्यतास्याः प्रकल्पिता आत्मनो दृष्टि ही अलुप्ता. The consciousness that Atma is alupta, it is ever there whether you are aware or not. In the deep sleep state also you are not aware of anything, still that Atma Drishti, the consciousness that Atma is, or Atma is always awake, is always there. Na karakehi yatah na utpadya. Because it is not created by karakas, means the karta does not create it. The knower does not create the knowledge or awareness of the Atma. Knower comes to know the awareness of the Atma, which is always there, but which is veiled by the veil of ignorance, and when the veil is removed, then now it becomes evident to the knower. Therefore, no utpadya, that drishti, the awareness of the self, or self that is awareness, is not something that is created. Then if it is always there, how come it is not known? Drishya, chanya, drishtya, but the jnana vritti is what brings to manifestation the fact that I am awareness. So that vritti is janya. Anyaya, drishyaya, anya, there are two drishtis now. One is the nitya drishti, other is anitya drishti. Atma is nitya drishti, ever conscious, ever seeing. Other is the seeing of in the form of the vritti. For example, Atma is ever seer. The incidental seeing is with the eyes, where they see the colors and forms. The seeing of the colors and forms with the eyes is possible only because of the consciousness that also is called nitya seer. So two kinds of drishtis are there. One is the anitya drishti of the eyes or sense organs or the mind. Other is the nitya drishti of the self, the consciousness. But then only when eyes see that you become conscious that you are a conscious being, sort of. So that you are a conscious being also seems to come into being, which was not there. No, you are always a conscious being. But you require the consciousness through eyes to become aware that you are also conscious. So also you require that vritti aham brahmasmi in order to become aware that you are Brahman. Not that you are Brahman is something new, but you became aware of that. And that vritti became instrumental in making you aware. So that vritti was not there, therefore you are not aware of your true nature. That vritti came into being, therefore you are now aware of your true nature. So anya drishtya, that anitya drishti is there. Lupta drishti is there. So anitya drishti is there, alupta drishti is there, and then lupta drishti is there. Alupta, they were seeing Atma. Then lopa yogya, the other drishti is what? The drishti of the sense organs of the mind, which comes into being and therefore subsides. Asyaha janyata prakalpita. Therefore, that I am aware, awareness also is prakalpita. That I am aware also is prakalpita, because as long as that vritti was not there, so long I was not aware or not awake, and now that I become awake, but that wakefulness is my nature, is not something that is created. But the wakefulness of the vritti is superimposed upon the self, and then it is thought that I have now become aware, now become conscious, I was not. So upade sadhana vyapakatvam ashankya pratyaha drishyaya cha iti. So this doubt or question, that is awareness that Atma Prakasha also comes into being. Look like Atma Prakasha was not there when I did not know myself. Now it has come into being. No, it is Nitya Drishti. So Karaka Adhina Atma Labhatvasya Upadhikatvat. What distinguishes the Atma Chaitanyam or Atma Drishti from the Vritti is that Vritti has this Upadhitvam, has a special condition that it comes into being because of the Karakas, which Upadhir condition does not apply to the Atma Chaitanya. So, Sadhana Vyapakatvam. Sadhya Vyapakatve sati sadhana avyapakatvam upadhi. So the example is here, with another example is given here. This tika itself, ghata janmana ghatakasha janmavat. What is there in the space? Now, ghata janmana, when the pot is created, then looks like pot space also is created. Because I was not aware of, as though I was not aware of the pot space. And when the pot is created, it looks in like pot space also is created. What is created is pot. So pot is of the nature of what? Karaka adhinatma labhatvam ghatasya. Ghata or pot comes into being as a result of the activities of various karakas or various accessories. That creation of the pot also creates a notion that the pot space is created. The space was always there, but the coming into being of the pot creates the notion that the space also is created. Similarly, consciousness is always there, but the coming of the being of the vritti seems to create the notion that consciousness also is created. Atma Chaitanya Pratibhasopi, that also is created. Therefore, Nashavan. So he says, no, this is Upadhi, that vritti is created just as pot is created, and that creationness is superimposed upon the space, and we think pot space is created. So Anyaya Janyata Anya. So Janyata Prakalpita. The Janyata or created, being created is Prakalpita, is superimposed upon the space, and then one thing that the pot space is also created. So also the vritti is born, therefore that birth of the vritti or coming to being of the vritti is superimposed upon the consciousness, and that looks like that consciousness also is created. Asya Atma Swarupayaha Drishte. So one drishti is Atma Swarupa Drishti, Nitya Drishti, consciousness which is nature of Atma. But you don't become aware of your consciousness until you become conscious of something. So when I become conscious of sound, taste, touch, etc., then I become aware that I am conscious. For me to become aware that I am conscious requires this other consciousness, anitya consciousness, as though, so that consciousness as though brings into being the consciousness in myself. But no, that consciousness is always there. And you require being aware of something else to realize that you are an awareful being. You to find I'm awake. So you require the awareness of something in order for you to become aware of yourself. That awareness of something is coming and going, but awareness of that you are is always there, but becomes manifest or unmanifest. So janyata tu adrishyaya anya buddhivritti rupayaha. That buddhivritti rupa drishti is janya. What is one drishti? Buddhivritti. Like chakshushi vritti, shravani vritti, like the seeing, hearing, etc. That is janya. And that janyata or being created is superimposed upon the consciousness, and you think that consciousness also came into being. Swarupa drishte visheshakar abhyakti upadhi bhutaya prakalpita. So Swarupa drishti is there, consciousness is there, But then Visheshakar Abhivyakti, that I am conscious, that Vishesha is there. And for that vritti became instrumental, and therefore the coming into being of the vritti is superimposed upon the consciousness, Nitya-drishti, and the Nitya-drishti also came into being. Ghatajanmana ghatakasha janmavat. Like when the pot is born, the space also is born. Iti nasti sarana-vyapakatvam. In that being born does not apply to the consciousness, applies to the vritti. So, one thing, as I said, unmanifest becoming manifest also creates that notion that now it is there, which was not there earlier. And what was not there coming into birth also seems to be similar. So vritti was not there and now comes into being is one thing, but conscious not there, conscious always there. I became just aware of that, it became manifest. And therefore don't think that consciousness comes into being, otherwise that also becomes the perishable. तदेव आत्म व्यभिचारात् चित् प्रकाशस्य नित्यत्वात्. Chit prakasha, atma prakasha, consciousness, that is the essential nature of Atma, which is alupta drishti, nitya drishti, is the nityatvad, that drishti is nitya. Consciousness is eternal. Yo Veda alupta drishtitvam, therefore in the 13th verse you also say, Yo Veda alupta atman alupta drishtitvam, akartruta cha, akartrutam tatha. So one who knows that the self is consciousness, alupta drishti, so never ceasing drishti, never ceasing consciousness nature of myself. I may become absent-minded, therefore may not become aware that I am aware. You get lost sometimes. And then the thought has to come back, then you become aware as though. Not that you are not aware, that was only state of mind and not the state of Atma. And so when the state of mind changed, then you as though became aware. But no. Your awareness is your nature. Absent-mindedness may create the sense that I was not aware, I was not there. Where was I? You always were. But then because of this vritti, absent-mindedness, you may feel that you were not there and that you are now here because the vritti is created, I am here. So therefore, as though my being here also is created. That is not created. That vritti again brought to manifestation was always there. So one should know alupta drishtitvam atmana. I am alupta drishti. I am ever of the nature of consciousness. It is true that the vritti also must become focused for me to remain aware that awareness is my nature. Vritti is not focused, vritti becomes extrovert, etc. Then I become so occupied with an object, for example, that at that time I may not remain aware that I am aware. Awareness is my nature. So again that vritti is, awareness is my nature. But then that preoccupation of the body, etc. is completely eliminated by constant abhyasa, that awareness I am. Then that being my nature remains there without any effort. And so, alupta drishtitvam atmanaha, that atma I am, alupta drishti, unceasing consciousness I am, ever shining consciousness I am, and akartrutam, that I am akarta, ever free from any change or modification I am. These two things, so those two things are further clarified. One who knows that I am alupta drishti and I am akarta, they are being clarified now. So the Tika says, tadevam atmani avyabhicharat chit prakashasya. Chit prakasha is avyabhicharam, never leaves the Atma, is never diverged from the Atma. Chit prakasha is ever with Atma, means because of the nature of Atma. Atma is never devoid of chit prakashatvam. You may not be aware of Chit Prakashatvam and became aware of Chit Prakashatvam, but then Atma is ever Chit Prakasha, Nityatvat. Yo Veda Alupta Drishtitvam, one who knows the Alupta Drishtitvam, the unceasing Drishti or consciousness of himself, Attaruktam, Nitya Drishtirupada Upadya. So therefore, the earlier verse is Nitya Drishtirupatvam. The verse that we just discussed showed us logically Upadhyaya that Atma is Nitya Drishti. Second is Akartruta. So Akarturam Tatha iti uktam Nirvikara Kartrutva is not there. Kartrutva represents Vikara. So Ajo, Nitya, Shashvatoyam, Purana, all the Vikaras are removed or negated in the self. Veda Vinashanam Nityam Yaina Bhajamavyam Katham Sapurusha Partha. So Kartrutva also is a Vikara. Doership is also a Vikara or a modification of Atma. Bhoktrutva also is a Vikara. Atma is Nirvikara, meaning the word of Kartrutva and Bhoktrutva. So either you call him Akarta, Abhokta, or you call him Nirvikara. So Lord Krishna again and again emphasizes Nirvikaratvam, changelessness of the Atma. To emphasize that, or to make it clear that Atma is Akarta, Abhokta. That Kartrutvam is a Vikara, Bhoktrutvam, Sukhi, all these are Vikaras, Atma is Nirvikara, therefore the Kartrutvam, doership, Bhoktrutvam, enjoyership, these Vikaras are not there. So, iti yuktam nirvikaratvam, by saying akartrutvam or akartrutam atmanah, the nirvikaratvam or the changelessness of the Atma is indicated there by calling Atma akarta. So, dehadu the dvabhyam nirvikaratvam upapadayati, with reason the teacher shows. देहात्मबुद्ध्यपेक्षत्वात् आत्मनः कर्तृतामुषात् नैव किञ्चित् करोमीति सत्या बुद्धिः प्रमाणजा. देहात्मबुद्धि अपेक्षत्वात् आत्मनः कर्तृता. The Atma Kartruta, the state of being a doer for the self is because of the identification of Videha. Kartrutva means primarily in the Buddhi. And identification of Buddhi creates in me the notion that I am a Karta. So it is Mrusha. So what is reality? Naiva kinchit karomi iti, that I never do anything, is Satya. So two Buddhis are there. Kartaham and Naiva kinchit karomi iti. So Kartaham is what I think I am. Naiva kinchit karomi, I never do anything, is what the Shastra says. So this is Mrusha. Your notion that you are Karta is Mrusha because the reason, what's the reason? It is born of the identification of Buddhi. Without the identification, what is true nature of Atma? Naiva kinchit karomi. Therefore, it will ever persist. This is subject to coming and going, that I am a doer is there as long as Dehata Buddhi is there, as long as Viveka is not there, as long as ignorance is there. When the Viveka comes, then Dehoham, that Buddhi does not remain, then Kartaham Buddhi also does not remain, and what remains is I never do anything, Akartaham. So that is non-negatable. This is the Mrusha Mithya negatable. So this is the Tika says Dehat Buddhi Mithya Buddhi. Mrusha means what? Mithya. That Dehat Buddhi, I am Deha, is a habitual error, is Mithya Buddhi. That is the notion which is a false notion that I am the Deha or I am the Upadhi. Tat Purvagatvat Kartruttvadi Atmanah. So that I am a Karta is preceded by the notion that I am Buddhi. First notion is Dehoham. Although I don't say that I am Deha, but that is Dehoham, that I am the body is the first identification. Therefore, the attributes of the Deha become my attributes. Therefore, Kartrutva belongs to Deha, the Upadhi. Therefore, I call myself Karta. So, Atmana Kartrutvam, the doership of the Atma is preceded by the notion that I am the body or I am the Upadhi. And I am not the Upadhi. So, therefore, that I am the Upadhi, I am the Buddhi is Mrusha, is Mithya, is false identification. Therefore, the sense of Kartrutvam, I am a doer, which is born of this Mithya, Buddhi also is Mithya. Then Dehoham is Mithya, and therefore Kartaham also is Mithya. Second line, Neva Kinchit Karomiti Akartvat Buddhi is Satya Buddhi. So what is real? Or what's the true nature? Neva Kinchit Karomiti. I never do anything. I never did anything. So I don't do anything. I never did anything. I don't do. I will never do. Meaning the doingness is not in me. Is Satya Buddhi. That is Satya Buddhi, means that is the true or the real, it's an understanding or that reveals the true nature of the self. Pramana, because it's born of Pramanam. So earlier Buddhi Kartaham was born of Brahma, and Akarta I am is born of Pramana or Pramanam. So this looks like a verse, Neva Kinchit Karomiti Yukto Manye Tattvaid. That is what is said here. But Gita is not called Pramanam, Upanishad is Pramanam. Therefore the Tikakara says, Nishkalam, Nishkriyam, Shantam Ityadi Pramanaja. That Nishkaloham, Nishkriyoham, Shantoham. So Nishkriyoham, Nishkalah, partless I am, Nishkriyaha, actionless I am, Shantaha, ever tranquil I am, Nirvikaroham. So that is the nature, that's what the Upanishad reveals as my nature, which shows I am free from all the vikaras, and Kartrutva is vikara, therefore I am a Karta. Which translates into wise persons saying, Neva Kinchit. So this is what wise person says. Neva Kinchit Karometi. I do not do anything because I am a Karta, because I am Nirvikara, because I am Nishkalam, Nishkriyam, Shantam. I am partless, I am actionless, I am very tranquil. Satya. Yeah. So, when this buddhi comes, that Nishkaloham, Nishkriyoham, Shantoham, Nirvikaroham, as I see true nature of myself, then that Kriyavanaham, Kartaham, that gets negated completely because, so both two buddhis are there. Which one persists and which one goes away? Looks like Kartaham is a buddhi that is always there, that has been there from time beginningless, and this is an agantuka. Akartaham is something that is coming in, so that doesn't come, that is always there, and it eliminates Kartrutvam. Therefore, that is Satya. What is subject to coming and going is Mithya, and what persists is Satyam. Therefore, Pramanaya Satya Buddhi. Therefore, the Satya Buddhi is that which negates the Mrusha or Mithya Buddhi of Kartrutvam. Dehat Buddhi Apramanajaya Bhadika. That Dehoham is Apramana, is not the result of the true nature, knowledge. That body I am is not the result of the true knowledge. It is taken for granted. It is the result of adhyas, superimposition, which in turn is the result of ignorance. So ignorance creates the identification, it creates this notion dehoham and kartaham. Although it has been there from time beginningless, but still the darkness may be there from the time beginningless. When light comes, it becomes dispelled and doesn't come back. And so when light of knowledge comes, this becomes dispelled. Therefore, that is mithya, and this is satyam. All the remaining verses will complete tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम्। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम्।